So against internet commenter advice, I decided to GC my own house, right? I think it came out pretty well, but check out the journey, learn how to build a house yourself, and don't be too afraid to try something you're uncomfortable with. Good morning, guys. We started the septic process. It's probably a 3-week-long process, maybe 4, but I'll show you all the different steps to that. I've got a time lapse running upstairs. We've got the HVAC guys here. We're moving dirt to the back for landscaping berm. We'll get to all of it, but let's start here with the plans. This is going to be the septic coming out of the house. So we're going to exit the house here into the septic tank, which is here, and it will come down into the leach field. The leach field is 21 by 50, 21 feet by 50 feet. And that's what you see they're digging there. Now that's going to turn up a lot of dirt. They're going to bring in some stuff to go into the hole for permeability and everything. You'll see the entire septic process. Again, it takes about 3 weeks, but I'll guide you through septic. This is a town road, a county road here. I think there's a sewer system, but for some reason, and I didn't get into the politics of why I can't tap into it, but I do not mind having a septic. It is about $30,000 to do the septic system, and it is very regulated. So there's going to be an inspector here multiple times because it is sanitary. It's important that it gets done absolutely correctly so you don't create an environmental hazard. These 4 corners are marked to the actual corners. This is 21 feet by 50 feet. Here you can see this is for the elevation, the depth of the hole, which is shooting off of the finished first floor. We have the finished first floor as a reference. Some engineers will just drive like a nail into a tree as a reference point. You do need a fixed reference point for depth, and we are using the finished first floor of, I want to say 58 feet. I don't know what it is. But oh baby, it's like Christmas time. Everybody just happens to be coming when I'm not expecting them to. They were supposed to be coming tomorrow to finish the septic and just dropping off some more K40 today, but they showed up with a machine. The basement was supposed to be poured tomorrow. They showed up a day early. That doesn't normally happen. I'm a happy guy here. But if you look, we'll get into the septic system in a bit. But right here, this is the septic tank now that's arrived. That's a distribution box. The way the septic field's going to lay out is that you see they drove the stakes into the side there. That's going to be the height of the K40, this like sandy material. And you have this like sandy, silty material up to those stakes. And I got to look at what it exactly is, but I think about 18 inches of crushed stone above that. And in between that crushed stone is where the laterals go. Now, this is the distribution box. You got the waste coming in down from the house into the septic. This is like where all the solids go in this side. Let me see if I can do this without dropping my camera in here. All right, and there you go. You see it's one chamber here, and then there's a baffle there. So this side is where all the poop goes, and the liquids rise up and flow through the baffle just to clean out here, and there's a wall here into the other side and down. This fills up, and then it's going to go, there's holes on this on the side, so you could use this and shoot it out in any direction you want, but obviously we'll leave those capped off. We're going to come out this way, and that will put it into the distribution box, which will then do the laterals, which will allow that water, the wastewater, to distribute right into the field. And as I said, you see about here, we have to get it inspected before we cover it up, but this is where we're going to be. with the septic. It's taken about 4 working days for the septic. This gives you an idea of what these pipes look like that the water will be running down and then coming out of. And that's why you can't get too crazy with the septic. You can't drive trucks over the leach field because you'll crunch those. And that's never any good. So the next part of this is we've got the K4 sand underneath, covered it in 1.5 inch stone. And now here, this is going to be the outlet of the fluids from there. You see the elevation written there, so you can make sure there's pitch to the distribution box here. And then the distribution box is going to have the 6 laterals, so the fluid will come into here and it'll essentially equally disperse to these 6 lines coming out. And you see they've been marked. They drove stakes here every 12 feet on each side, just so you have an idea. It goes 12, 24, 36, 48 on a 50-foot field. These will 90-degree out to each of these. And it will look pretty cool. And it'll go, and it'll all be contained in the field. It just doesn't open end at the end. So when you get all the way down, if it ever makes it all the way down, who knows? It's all dispersing downward. So everything is to, I mean, there's a lot of fluid that has to come in here to make it all the way down here, in my opinion. I feel like it's going to be much more saturated up that end and much less saturated down here. But then it goes down into the, this is that material I was talking about. This is the reason they have it like that, where they have that septic approved material, is because it's very consistent at draining. I mean, if you can imagine, all the wastewater is coming out of the house when you run the laundry, when you go to the bathroom, when you turn the faucets on in any of the bathrooms. So you're going to have soap, you're going to have all this stuff getting separated from the solids in that tank and then sort of dripping down back to nature where it belongs. Here you got these strings coming across here. There's going to be a, let me see the strings, where are they? There you are. Zoink. And there's going to be a pitch. It's about 1.5 inches going down to the bottom, just so it all flows. But you can see there's 4 different stakes here every 12 feet to make sure we're on pitch. There's a distribution box. Pipes are just dry fitted into there. These are all cemented together. And you've got the inspector ready to come out. Once the inspector comes out, and then we're going to cover this. This is the 1.5 inch stone. This is extra. We're going to cover it with 3/4 inch stone because these are smaller and it's easier to smooth out. The engineer is coming over because he's the one who designed the septic. He's going to approve it. And then ultimately we'll have the inspector come from the county and sign off on everything. Then we can cover it up. Here we have the drainage cloth on top that keeps the big particles out. Same stuff we have on the French drains or weeping tiles, whatever you want to call them, around the base of the house. Here is the inlet for the septic tank. You see we connected it and cemented it on the outlet. But all we have to do, and we've got plenty of pitch to go up there, is to have this as a pitched pipe coming through the side of the house. When we did the foundation, we had some pass-through pipes. We did not do that for the septic, so we are going to have to core drill that through the concrete, which should be fun. It's a foot of concrete. But you'll see here, we're going to be tapping it sort of right between those windows, going straight shot right down into the tank. The fewer the bends, the better, in my opinion, and sort of everybody's opinion. So we've finished. This is one of the clean outs for the septic. This is going down to the septic, goes all the way over there. It's been inspected already. This is going to be connected to the house, but it's going to come out of the wall at 3 inches and then connect to this 4-inch pipe, which is that. And we'll get a final as-built survey for the septic tank. The town will approve, or the county will approve it. Once that's approved, we can cover it up and the septic is done.